There has been a lot of rumors swirling around the Chicago Bulls organization, but could major change in the front office be happening alongside Billy Donovan's big decision to depart for UNC? Me and C Dub are going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word?
What's the word? What's this news I'm hearing, nephew? What's going on?
It's a lot of rumors, man. A lot of rumors going on surrounding the Chicago Bulls. But before we talk about it, man, if y'all joining us to break down the latest around the Chicago Bulls, man, make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't freeload. Go ahead and support some of the best that's out there. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Talk your shit, nephew.
But hey, C-Dub, we got a number of things that we're going to go through. We're going to talk about the change that's potentially coming for the front office. Billy Donovan latest comments about what he's expecting, and we just going to let it flow from there, bro. But hey, let's get into, could major change be coming for the Chicago Bulls front office? Not only Billy Donovan, David Hall of 670 The Score had this to say, C-Dub, and quote, "I do know this in talking to people who would be in a position to know this offseason ahead is going to be a critical one, and it is significant for the Bulls. Changes are being considered, and changes are being considered at the highest level. Unless you're Michael Reinsdorf or Jerry Reinsdorf, I'm not sure you're in a position to know what comes next. And beyond that, a lot of that will be informed speculation, educated guesses, and I will be no different. But if I were to make an educated guess, I would think they're considering moving on in some way, making a change. You can't embrace the status quo after a season like this, after a tenure like this." Loaded quote, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for bearing with me. We got another one just coming up shortly. But C-Dub, how you feeling about that? The quote, and do you feel like there's going to be change coming in the front office?
I'll say about time. The Chicago Bulls always seem to be like late. Like if it ain't a year late, it's a couple seasons late. This is the kind of talk that we would like to hear maybe 2 years ago. But all that being said, they have put that shit on the flow. Now that it's on the flow, who do you look at? Like, who's going to be the guy to bear the brunt of the Bulls' mediocrity? And I got Mark Eversley. Mark Eversley, he's not, you can never find him. You barely see him. You'll be happy to see him at the end of the year, a little post press conference. But I'm looking at AK like, it can't be me. Like, I have to blame somebody. And I'm going to blame Mark Eversley because he's the general manager. I'm the basketball of operations. The bullshit get passed down from the top all the way down. And you can't go further than Mark Eversley. And you want to know why? And we're going to touch on this in the next subject, so I ain't going to fall back into it. Billy Donovan ain't going to be the guy to take the blunt of the blame. He's not going to even give him a chance. But I think the guy, the odd man out, is Mark Eversley.
My initial thoughts for reading this and hearing it too, because I checked out the video from David Hall as well on 670 The Score. And for those that are leaving your questions, we're going to star them. We're going to get to them a little later. So bear with us, please. But when it comes to the quote, it's 100% factual. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But if you are Jerry Reinsdorf, you're Michael Reinsdorf, how can you continue to sit on y'all ass and allow this to happen? It's been too many chances. I don't necessarily. I got one question. You saying that most of the blame goes to Mark Eversley?
Yep.
In your opinion?
Yeah.
I think most of the blame goes to AK. And here's why. I'm gonna put most of the blame on AK, and it's because he's the guy that runs the show. If the business is going to hell, we don't blame the janitor. We don't blame the operations supervisor that's in the warehouse. We go to the GM first. So Mark Eversley has his hand in this. And then you're going to go to the area manager that's running that region of stuff before you get to the CEO. So there's levels to this shit. And we've reached the top level at this point with all the bad trades that has happened, with the reluctancy to go out there and move on from pieces, with the lack of vision for this team, with going out there and moving all these pieces, which makes sense, but moving them for more guards. Like you literally went around a roundabout, and instead of exiting on the first exit, you exit on exit 3 of the roundabout that you just came from. So don't ask me, in the Midwest, in the state of Indiana and Wisconsin, where I previously lived, they got hella roundabouts for whatever reason. So
this guy,
terrible, bro. So I look at these comments and say, first of all, I'm telling Billy Donovan, appreciate your service, brother, but there's a better opportunity waiting for you in North Carolina. Then I'm looking at the status of what these guys are doing, and we gutting it from the top down, bro. These guys are not competent, in my opinion. This guy is not a negotiator, in my opinion. This guy doesn't have foresight, in my opinion, and that is Arturas Karnisovas.
I have a question. Now, you think it's AK? Let's just say they fire Jerry and Michael. They fire AK. What do you do with Mark Eversley? Do you keep Mark Eversley? So, he's gone regardless. You know what I'm saying? I think he is the casualty who's going to take the blunt of the blame. And I agree with everything you said, nephew. I think it's AK's baby. He's been the one out in front trying to speak up for these rosters, for these players. It's been him. But Mark Eversley has the title of general manager. General manager, as we see it, you look at your Presti from OKC. What is the guy from Boston who made that Boston team? Danny Ainge. These are the guys. Mark Eversley just happens to be not a guy that's in the limelight. That is AK. But he's the GM, and they're going to pass that shit down all the way to Mark Eversley, in my opinion.
So for clarity, you believe that in the grand scheme of things, you think that as the basketball operations, AK, with his close relationship up to the Reinsdorf, y'all think that you think that they gonna skip over him and say fire Mark Eversley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I was trying to see where you was going with it, but now it makes more sense. But I thought that, like, structurally it's a bit different in the NBA, simply because you look at Danny Ainge with Utah right now. I believe he's basketball VP of basketball operations or whatever.
Well, I'm talking about his time in Boston.
But I know what you're talking about, though. That's why I was asking for clarity, because at the end of the day, these guys, you got to do something better. In my personal opinion, you don't even need him as a GM in Mark Eversley to even have the title. This motherfucker, the last time we seen him was Bulls Fest years ago, not the one that just previously passed. Years ago, he went missing and then reappeared before the draft. He did the magnificent Houdini. That was the craziest magic trick I ever seen. I'm not even bullshit. The shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So I get your point to where I think there could be some type of situation to where they be like, AK go in there and try to slow talk and try to say, man, this is what we've been doing. And I see that could potentially be a world. But I will say, if he do that, Reinsdorf, all hell is lost.
What do you mean?
How can you skip over the main culprit that shows his face to everybody and tell us that we trying to win and we ain't winning? He the main guy. You can't absolve him for none of the shit that you're doing. You're let's just say for the sake of discussion, Mark Eversley is the one negotiating this. No deal is going to happen without it coming across your desk. I'm pretty sure of it.
Absolutely. He's in charge of all basketball operations. But okay, let me put it to you like this. This is how I see it. Mark Eversley is the general manager. The general manager is in charge of managing only the roster, only roster construction. basketball operations is not only the roster, it's the employees that work for the Bulls, that work at the stadium, the vendor, everything about the Chicago Bulls. So obviously this is a basketball problem, a roster problem. This is only like a third of VP's job, of AK's job. I think he probably should be fired. I don't like firing people, but I think he should be fired. But the way I look at it, it looked like Mark Eversley, because he's the general manager in charge of the players and roster. He's cut. He's out. That's it.
I think it could be a valid point. I ain't saying you're all the way wrong. I don't all the way agree with it either. But I think that the guy that signs off on these deals, you get just as much as the blame.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because you're supposed to be the brains of the operation. The tactical shit comes from Mark Eversley. He's supposed to be the brains of the operation. That's just how I'm looking at it.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you guys.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
I agree with you too.
But that's how that shit go. They go fire the guy. Somebody gonna go down for this shit.
I think there's some validity in what you're saying, that there is a possibility that Reinsdorf can jump over AK and say, fire Mark.
Yeah.
That is a world knowing the franchise. It's not crazy to say. But I'll be pissed off.
Will you be really pissed?
Yes.
What if he makes another hire and he gets a guy in here that you impressed with?
I ain't impressed until you show me on the basketball court at this point.
I hear you.
Like, big dog. Whole different sport. I love Ben Johnson, but I was like, bro, you got to show me on the football field. Fuck that. Bro. Whole different sport though, but you got to show me on the basketball.
What if he has?
Because I thought I was impressed with Billy Donovan.
What if the resume is impeccable, nephew? What if the resume is impeccable?
To be honest with you, an impeccable resume mean that we got a coach that was fired. Shit, I don't fucking know. Shit, I'm looking for a young guy from a winning organization with a track record. San Antonio Spurs, new young blood. OKC, new young blood. Boston Celtics, young blood. Somebody that can come over here, bring some of those winning tendencies and just inject it into this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I would think that they would do you. I don't know if we trust AK looking for that guy. So this is gonna be very interesting when we get to the end of this season. This is gonna be an interesting second topic too. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure. We're gonna get to those questions in a minute. Bear with us, y'all. Billy Donovan. He had some interesting stuff to say too in one of the press conferences just a couple of days ago. And Billy Donovan wants to hear the plan. And it sounds like UNC is on his mind based off the quote here. Billy Donovan, when asked about how the season will end, some of the things that are going to be talked about, he said this: whatever words you want to use, we're pivoting right now. So a lot of it is going to be me sitting down with ownership, with our tours, to find out, okay, what's the next step? Because I think the biggest thing with the moves that were made at the trade deadline was, okay, how do we get out of the middle? And if we're taking a step back, what do we have to do to take a step forward? Where we're actually building something where, yeah, we may have to go through a plan again, but how are we going to get into a playoff? C-Dub, thoughts on Billy Donovan really questioning the plan moving forward?
I think he's bought out. I could think he could see the writing in the snow or writing in the sand or whatever you want to put it. You don't
want to say writing on the wall?
No, I want to say writing on the wall. You know how different I am.
Why don't you ain't just say writing on the wall?
I don't want to. I want to say writing in the snow or the sand.
You a badass kid.
You know he thinking about it. Now, nephew, now you put yourself in the boots or the Bo Jacksons of Billy Donovan. On one hand, you got an uncertain future with the Chicago Bulls. You got two guys in Josh Giddey and Montes Buzelis. You're going to get a top 10 pick. Who knows where we fall in that? Probably going to be 7 or some shit like that, in my opinion. Or you got UNC with all of this tradition. Everybody wants to go and play for that team from because of the alumni like Michael Jordan. You already signed a top prospect in Mingo, I think it is, that's going to play. He's going to be a freshman next season. He'll be a draft choice next season. You're always going to get the best talent. In the Chicago, he has rarely had enough talent to even get to the playoffs. He barely had enough talent to get to the play-in. Maybe he feels like I'm not getting a fair shake in the pros because I cannot get the exquisite talent to help this team prevail. So he looking at UNC like, bro, I can make my own money over here. It's easy. I'm a dope coach, Hall of Fame. I'm gonna have all the resources you can ever have with one of the top 5 college schools in history. I think the writing's on the sand, Nico. I mean, I called you Nico. Bless my cousin. Where that come
His
from?
birthday did just pass.
Bless my cousin, bro. Yeah. So I think it ain't even a question to Billy. He just being a professional, and he gonna finish out the year. I think I'm 70-30. He's out.
I would agree with that 70-30. Simply because there is no plan in place right now that, in my personal opinion, that'll get you to the playoffs.
Right.
I think, me personally, there has to be something drastic to happen to the Chicago Bulls for them to get to the playoffs next season.
Let me interrupt you 1 second. Number 1 pick, he might stay. Go ahead. We get that lucky.
I think that could be convincing. I ain't gonna lie to you, but do you have that long to wait, Billy Donovan? Are you gonna place your future in the hands of lottery balls?
Right.
You gonna do that? I wouldn't. That's
can he declare after the lottery, nephew?
I'm just saying he can get up. He can. The lottery ain't until May, right?
The lottery's in May.
Yeah, late May or something like that, and then the draft is in June around
after
finals,
the
finals, right?
Yeah.
So it's something like that. But I just don't see a world to where it makes sense. You listed out some of the stuff. I think that Billy Donovan has an opportunity to go out there and go to a better situation. I'm on board with getting everybody out the door. That's just me. Because for one, what is AK gonna tell you? Didn't we just, how many times I got to bring it up? Didn't we just hear that Billy Donovan had a scouting job? He had homework to do. Scout Derek Queen. What happened to Derek Queen? He was not selected.
Not selected.
For Noah Essengay. Who is that?
Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop getting happy and thinking that AK is out of here. I'm not sure about AK. I'm not
sure that AK is out of here, but I'm
not sure.
Campaign like a motherfucker for it, boy. I'm going to campaign like a motherfucker, boy.
Do not upset yourselves.
Hey, I know a couple great ones in Washington. They do a great job of finessing. We'll just say that. You know, a couple great ones. I'm just saying. But I think that when you sit down with him and you weigh your options, you're just gonna be like, bro, we're not gonna be legit playoff contenders next year.
No, that's not set in stone. Nobody should think that we're gonna automatically be in the playoffs next year. We're super young. Crazy. We got an incomplete team. We're gonna see a lot of turnaround next season. Maybe. I'm not going to dismiss it, but I wouldn't bet my money on it like we going to the playoffs. Not even the play-in. I wouldn't even bet my money on the play-in.
Let me ask you this. You trying to think like Billy Donovan. Mm-hmm. Him and AK have the meeting. What are the top 3 things you think that he'll want to hear? Will it be good enough?
Are we spending money in free agency? Are we trying to win? Are we trying to go to the play? Well, he'll probably say, are we trying to win or are we trying to develop? What else could be? He ain't going to ask for a raise. I don't even know how much money the motherfucker.
You don't need a raise. That motherfucker need to know what's the plan.
It dumps down to that. Are we going to win or are we on development mode still?
I think you're talking too surface level for me. If I'm Billy Donovan, C-Dub, I ain't going to lie to you. Because I can come in and say, are we trying to win? Or AK can say, yeah. I think that you got to go out there and tell me. No, I'm just, for me.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying for me, if I'm weighing my options, I need to hear who are our targets in free agency? Who are our draft selections in this draft? Legit targets.
What if I'm AK? I was like, mind your business. You don't have to worry about.
I'm
just
fucking
coach.
going. Peace out.
Fuck you talking about.
I'm out. I'm gone.
What
I'm
if
about to
we
go wear
say,
these powder blues.
motherfucker, we got you on contract for another 3 years, motherfucker.
Man,
You
up
can't
out
break
of
your
there. He can
contract.
resign. He can be gone. Be gone. Fuck that shit. I don't want to hear we trying to win, we develop. That's just me personally. I need to know who are our free agent targets. Are we going after Walker Kessler in restricted free agency? Are we looking at Tyree Easton in restricted free agency? What are we gonna do about who do we want to keep on this basketball team? Do I have a say-so on who I want to coach on this basketball team? Obviously, it's no.
Please don't give him the say so.
I'm just saying. That's why he left OKC. It's not that he didn't want to be a part of the development of Shea. It was that he wanted an input. and Sam Presti was like, no, you're not getting no input.
You ain't getting no input.
You ain't getting one. So if Billy Donovan wants to have an input, go to UNC.
Go to UNC. You have total control, basically. I think that's just the best thing for him. I think we had an argument yesterday on the live call about the stress level from college to the pros. And I still think he's under the most stress in the pros. He can go and relax at North Carolina knowing he's going to win 23, 24 games every season. He's going to get 5-star players all the time at UNC. And he probably win another championship, a national championship. Not soon, maybe even soon. But I think he can win another championship. He's a Hall of Fame college coach. So go back to what you're good at, Billy. I think it's a good, and I don't think he should feel bad or he should feel defeated.
Look how sad Fred Hoiberg was in the Bulls as a coach. This motherfucker in the Sweet 16.
Right. Right. That's a perfect example.
Fred Hoiberg out here doing his thing. But hey, man,
he built for college, bro. Go back there and be great, man. And this is what I was trying to say. He shouldn't feel bad for his tenure in the NBA. He went to a Western Conference Finals. He went to a playoff series with the Bulls. He got to coach good players like DeMar, like Russell Westbrook, KD. He could take all that shit to college. He could tell these young players, man, I coached Kevin Durant. And we went to the Western Conference Finals, even though they lost. But I coached Kevin Durant. I coached DeMar DeRozan. I coached Zach LaVine. That's appealing to these kids. He's going to be a crazy recruiter. He's going to be an awesome recruiter.
He's going to be good, man. Yeah. And you know he going to bench your ass.
He going to bench the shit out your ass.
You ain't doing it.
No, man, what you mean doing it? You just scored 3 baskets in a row. Come sit your ass down.
On the real. You're too hot, young fella. You're too hot. Come take a seat. Hey, for real. But hey, man, we got some great questions too, C-Dub. This first one was from Justin. What up, Justin? He said, what do you guys think of Jerry Stackhouse as a replacement? When he played, he was known as a guy you don't want to fuck with. Could bring that Ime Udoka coaching energy.
For the when I'm looking for the coach, I want to look for a guy that could coach up Montes Buzelis in the draft pick that we're going to pick up in this draft. And this particular template, I'm really about. I really think we need a hard-nosed coach for Montes. So I'm going to agree with Jerry Stackhouse. He has talked about, people have talked about him being one of the guys that you wouldn't want to play with. He's a real serious guy. I think the Bulls need that type of guy. The last guy we had like that, we were very successful in Thibs.
For sure. You got to get somebody that's in here that can relate too. And I think that these guys going to be able to relate. I'm not mad at it, man. I just want to find us a guy. I don't want us to go after damn Nate McMillan or somebody like that. I'm good.
Nah, none of them.
I'm just saying, I don't want no guy that went somewhere, didn't have much success, and Trae Young forced his ass out. So I just want a guy that has been on the staff. Right now, he's currently coaching with the Golden State Warriors. Maybe that's, you know what I'm saying? He understands some of the things that's going on over there, what it requires, and he can bring some of that over here if that's the option. We'll see, though.
And don't bring no damn any Van Gundy up in this motherfucker. I know they without a job, both of them. No Van Gundys in Chicago.
One Van Gundy got a job.
He an assistant coach. That's all. He assistant coach.
Okay. You mean as a head coach? I get you.
Yeah. Don't bring them fuckers in here.
V-Dog said, question, Bobby. I don't even blame Eversley because coupled with Joe Callis reporting KC dead, add on top of that, AK is very quick to dismiss people who don't agree with his viewpoints. That's facts. Why you think Peter Patton not here no more? Because he got in his fucking feelings like a lame.
But he is the boss though, right?
But he got in his fucking feelings. You ain't down here developing these players.
I mean, he's the boss though, right?
What that mean?
Last word, he got the final word and the final say.
But a fucking good boss gonna take constructive criticism and listen out to his team members. Those are the most successful people. I ain't saying you gotta agree to every damn thing, but damn, Peter Patton should still be here.
I agree Peter Patton should be here, but I also agree that he's the boss and he should act as the boss. If he felt like Peter Patton wasn't performing to the level that he hold them up to, then you fire his ass. I expect you to be a boss and fire him when you don't like him.
And that's why he's a shitty president of basketball.
There you go. Live with his decision. Then that's why he's shitty. That's his decision. That's why you are the president of basketball operations.
Because the motherfucker can't take, because it's already evident that he don't listen to Billy Donovan and his suggestions when it comes to the players that should be on the basketball team.
Yep.
If you're gonna sit your coach down and say, hey, who do you like in this draft? And you don't take that into consideration, you're just an idiot.
Yeah. Nephew,
it doesn't have to always go that way, but clearly it ain't win Billy way yet. Clearly.
Yeah. When we starting to get a little a picture frame what's going on, because also in that report that V-Dog talking about, they talked about AK and Mark Eversley not being on the same accord all the time. We didn't even know that. So Mark Eversley is the GM. That's his job, to construct the roster. So if he's having a falling out over roster construction with AK, that's another reason why I say Mark is out of there.
That's why AK probably overriding some of these decisions that fucking make sense.
Absolutely. That could be the case.
I really believe that. I think that AK could be overriding some of the damn decisions that these guys are trying to suggest to him. Doesn't have to be every damn suggestion, but come on now. Yeah. Nothing you brought here, when you overread those decisions, they made sense. Where's Julian Phillips now? Where's Dalen Terry now? He played yesterday, by the way.
Did he?
we missed it. We got off.
He played the fourth. Did he score, nephew? Did he score?
I don't fucking know.
Shout out Dalen Terry, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. But hey, and the big homie with a comment said, Rick Pitino, John Calipari, Fred Hoiberg all sucked as NBA coaches and are great college coaches. That's
absolutely.
Go back home to college, Billy. Facts. I support you 100%, man.
The pros ain't for everybody in any genre. The pros ain't for everybody. Just like if you an underground rapper, you might not be a great industry rapper.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Now you're cooking now.
You know what I'm saying? That shit go like that, bro. Like the battle rapper in the industry rapper. Like
you heard, because like Cassidy had a couple hits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Drinking the two-step hotel with Robert.
Come to my hotel.
Exactly, with Robert. But outside of that, it was like, get back to battle rap, and then battle rap became, sit your ass down.
Now it's just time to sit your old ass down, Cassidy.
For real. Hey, that man at the big homie said, when doesn't Mark talk?
Yeah.
When was the last time a GM doesn't field questions or answer to any?
That's
very weird. That's why I think all this shit falls in the lap of AK. But to C-Dub's point, which could be true, he might have a great relationship with Jerry, and he might be like, Jerry, it's Mark's fault.
It's Mark's fault. How about it?
Just like he blamed Peter Patton. Hey, I keep saying it, bro. I keep saying it. If it looked like a duck, it quacked like a duck. God darn it, it's a damn duck.
Yep.
It's a duck.
I have no idea why Mark Eversley. I think AK just bodied him. Like, I'm gonna be the one in front and center. You're not gonna be talking a lot. It's just gonna be me. This my shit. So when it's time for somebody to get fired, I'm firing you, Mark. You
New
going?
style. You said finally everyone is seeing what we see. That's a fact, man. Shout out to the national media. Shout out to Bulls content creators. Keep applying pressure to this organization because we deserve better, bro. Especially covering this team every fucking day. Us as the content creators, y'all as the fans that's tuned in with the squad. Man, look, it'll be over with. We got to get right. That man Nas said C-Dub will quit after the first dub up.
Bro. I hate quitting, bro. I make them quit. I'll make them fire me. I don't like quitting. I like to be. I'll make them fire me. I'll do something. They'll tell me like, "Hey, Dub, we trying to tank for the rest of the season." I play all the starters the whole game. I wouldn't sub or nothing. The fire me.
Said this remind him of the end of Garpax era. Yeah, it started to get.
How did that go? How did that? I forgot how that ended up.
Well, it started to get real loud around the media, and then
is that after Paul Gasol nephew?
Yeah, and then they went to and then fans started showing up to the stadium with Fire Garpax signs. That's what we need to do. Last 10 games, we need to march up there. I'm sorry, I can't go. I just spent my money on a trip, so y'all support. Y'all, I'm gonna be there in spirit, gang.
I'm gonna give Billy this credit. Once the city of Chicago turn on you, bro. And I don't think the city all the way turn, because once they turn on you, bro, it's gonna be a matter of time because they're gonna be in your face, they're gonna be in the crowd, signs. You ain't gonna be able to walk to get a sandwich. You won't be able to go to McDonald's.
I agree. Get out of there, Billy.
Get the fuck out before they get tired of you.
You see how they was chilling for Tibbs, and it's been years.
Look at that Matt Nagy gang. What happened to Matt Nagy, bro? They ran that motherfucker up out of here. Fire Nagy. 80,000 people. What? Get the fuck out. Run.
Hey, it's crazy work, man. It's crazy work. What's going on right now with
our team? He didn't get to that level, though. He didn't get to that level.
He ain't at that level. Leave before it get too bad.
Yes, leave.
You got to pack your shit up and leave before the bill comes caving down.
How much time you think the city could take of this mediocrity with Billy Donovan?
Oh, it's how much boiling point. We just ready to flow over.
Oh, no. So you better get the fuck out. I'll tell you right now. Get out.
Man, he shouldn't be allowed to trade. Nobody else.
He made some good ones, though. Could we be honest, though?
Name them.
Josh Giddey.
Name them.
Josh Giddey.
Name one.
Name
them.
A little bit late, but you like Trey Jones. You liked Kevin Huerter, and you liked Zach Collins. You did.
I did. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't like, hey,
it wasn't great.
It was like, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot still.
You see?
You wanna know why? Because when Zach LaVine, when he was going through his shit and y'all knew the guy, man.
The names we had heard to get traded for Zach LaVine, those like 2 or 3 years before he got traded. You heard Aaron Gordon, you heard fucking Malik Monk, you heard everybody, bro. And we end up with motherfucking Kevin Huerter, Trey Jones, and Zach Collins, right?
Right. And no first round picks. We just got the rights to I pick back.
Bro.
Hey, Dub, Cap added on to it as well that the Reinsdorfs ain't been happy with AK either for quite a while, but they basically didn't say nothing. They just sat back and observed our tours. He's on thin ice. I hope so. You're on thin ice, pal.
Well, what the fuck that say about them? Get active, Jerry and Michael.
I think they wanted to see what he can do this season. And his dumb ass went out there and made these stupid ass trades.
That's flagrant, bro. This is your business, Jerry and Michael. Just let somebody fuck up your
at the trade deadline, I was like, oh shit, Kobe White still here. Ayo still here. We just traded for Anthony Simons. Kobe White got traded for who?
Oh yeah, that was like
Sumo got traded. Bro, this shit went from oh shit, we made a trade. We picked up Dario Saric. We could flip him. Oh shit, Vooch gone. C-Dub. Oh no.
Oh no, Ayo. I didn't they go Vooch, and then they went Ayo like immediately after, like probably 20-30 minutes after Vooch, right?
Bro, it was like an hour or so
like
after.
I was
right back on the live. No. Oh,
I'm like, y'all cooking with Vooch, y'all cooking. Wait a minute, ain't no way y'all traded Ayo, bro. Ain't no way. Shout out to Io. I hope he do good over there in Minnesota, bro. Shout out to Io.
I see that's what I'm hanging my hat on at the big homie. The Lord D
Yes,
Rose in his jersey retirement carried us this year. But if these mofos hit next year and suck, the fans will be over on everyone top on me.
Over the top.
That's crazy, bro. It's
Hey,
gonna be we can't go
he
through this
think
shit.
like you, nephew.
I told you, y'all won for one of my idols, bro. I look up to bro. He went to the same high school I used to play football behind. He made it out the same neighborhoods my OG them grew up. Like, what? My little brother, that was his favorite basketball player before my brother died. Rest his soul, my mama. Time out. Got me out here. Got me going crazy. And then, bro, his long journey, motherfucker thought his career was over. Yeah. That motherfucker lasted over a decade in the league.
Over a decade.
Put this shit in the rafters now. And the Bulls won. So I was like, it's a dub for the season. But now we just, hey man, we limping to the motherfucking finish line, dub.
Yeah,
we gotta
bro.
keep each other going, bro. We walking like the zombies in The Walking Dead to the finish line.
Bro, we gotta petition the NBA to get my homie in the Hall of Fame. I know he ain't gonna get in the first vote, and I know he ain't gonna get in the second time. This first year, and I know he ain't gonna get in the second year. We gotta get my homie in the Hall of Fame. Youngest MVP ever.
I think this is true. And C-Dub, you said it before, and I think you would agree here today. V-Dog said this. I'm with you, Dub, but Reinsdorf's not the meddling, intrusive-ass owners. They normally check in a few times a year, but typically they let people do their job. And I think that's true.
That's true. But when your business is kind of flailing or failing, you gotta you can't stick to that. Flailing and failing, both. You gotta fuck that 2 or 3 times. You gotta go see what's up. That's the bread, bro.
I think that the motherfucking fans that keep showing up and showing out, it's like, what does the bottom line look like? Oh shit, we good. And then this year they was like, oh shit, they've been starting to take a hit. We down 5%. Nah, bro. What the fuck going on, AK? What's going on,
bro? What the fuck going on, AK? On the real,
we supposed to be increasing profits.
This ain't Denver, motherfucker. Get this shit together.
I've only followed the Bulls since they got Giddy. I figured out how fast the AK needs to go. Facts.
Look at that. Jane Smith only just came to the team. She ain't been through the trials and tribulations like we been, and she could see what's already going on. I'm not speaking up for AK. I'm just telling you what might happen, bro. It's gonna be Mark Jefferson.
Man, that's crazy, Nurkle. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck? What y'all do? Didn't we tell them to go into the season with Collins and Smith?
Right.
We told them to do it.
Yeah. And they really
probably wouldn't matter because Collins been hurt. So,
and then like the difference makers like bigs, they ain't a lot. It's like Cameron Boozer, you got Caleb Wilson, you got a couple guys from Duke. Bro, you can miss with a big in this draft. You can miss easily.
I hope he's the first to fall. I hope he is. I ain't gonna lie to you. Get him out of here.
We'll see, man. I don't think so. We'll see. I won't be surprised, but I don't think so. I think it's Mark. We don't see him anyway. Might as well fire him. It's gonna be the same shit.
Ass gotta go. Y'all can hold hands and eat on down the road. Get the fuck out.
I agree with that too.
But hey, C-Dub, that is it from us, man. Go ahead and get the people your final thoughts.
Hey, thanks for coming through, you man. Y'all the best of the world. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. It was a good conversation, bro. Hey, Billy, bro. Go be great in college game.
Answer that finally. Do y'all think AK find a Joker is the reason why he keep looking for diamonds in the rough? So many talents he passed up for. Who the fuck is he?
Bro. Yes, bro. You gotta move on, AK. Like, bro, I hope this is your lesson. If you happen to get fired, bro, stop living off past success, bro. You got to make more successes. That's how life works. Don't live off past successes. Make more successes.
It is what it is. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well, man. Bulls, they play OKC tomorrow. Have your drinks ready because we might be ending the night early tomorrow. So have your drinks ready, have your lady ready, so y'all can have some fun for early Friday. So just prepare. But who knows? Maybe Josh Giddey feeling away. I don't fucking know. But we'll see y'all tomorrow, man. We appreciate y'all. Try to see red even through the dark days. Y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace out, y'all.
We didn't talk about Patrick Williams today.
Fuck Patrick Williams. Cognac. Gang.